Liverpool vs Real Madrid, a fantastic very last to mild up a darkish time in European history. While Real Madrid misplaced the primary leg in their Champions League remaining 16 recreation in Paris on 15th of February, the arena became a distinctive vicinity. By the time the second one leg became played, Russia had invaded Ukraine. Football had ended up unimportant. But people who noticed how Real miraculously became the sport round will by no means overlook it. This 12 months, the Champions League very last is taking vicinity at a time while battle is raging in Europe. It has been moved from St. Petersburg to Paris due to the fact Russia, the aggressor, has been excluded. The battle of the autocrat Putin is converting the entire international. It is the Real Madrid crew which are distracting Europe on this spring's unhappy instances. On their manner to the very last, they beat remaining 12 months as finalists, Chelsea and Manchester City, in an addition fantastic manner to their win over PSG. Their warring parties ruled the sport. Real survived crucial stages after which amazed their warring parties and the soccer international with extremely good moments. In the semi-very last in opposition to City, Real have been desires down with inside the 90th minute, and received. It jogged my memory of Bayern Munich's painful defeat in opposition to Manchester United in 1999 or Chelsea's victory with inside the 2012 finale Die Hohen, my private Waterloo. In the Premier League, on the alternative hand, City remaining Sunday became a 0-2 right into a 3-2 in 5 minutes and have become champions. The inexplicable is a part of the fascination of soccer. Now the 13-time champions Real face 6-time champions Liverpool. As to whether or not Real can pull off some other miracle, all eyes are on Karim Benzema. The pleasant striker with inside the international represents what Real are all about. Talent, genius, intuitive knowledge of the sport, perception and his personal electricity. Against PSG he scored 3 instances in 17 minutes. He scored 10 desires with inside the 6 video games of the knockout rounds. He has equaled Cristiano Ronaldo's report for Champions League desires in a season and will overtake him with inside the very last. Benzema's missteps off the pitch do now no longer make it smooth to respect him without reservation. But he's one of the greats. He has already received the Champions League 4 instances. In Paris, like Luka Modric, Casemiro and Toni Kroos, who received the primary of his 4 titles with Bayern, he ought to say Alfredo Di Stefano, who created the Real Madrid fantasy with a specific triumphing streak from 1956 to 1960. Discipline isn't always what one buddies with Benzema. Keeping a participant like him on the right track calls for an instructor who is aware of whom he's handling at a membership each footballer desires of gambling for. Carlo Ancelotti, the primary instructor to attain the very last for the 5th time, is a supersuit for Real proper now. Against City, he modified Kroos, Modric and Casemiro in 10 minutes, recognizing the proper second for this sort of coup de grace calls for intestine instinct. And all people who collects the consent of those gamers for his choices at the touchline, like Ancelotti, enjoys absolute credibility. The Galacticos, that has been Real's way of life for greater than half of a century. There are the pleasant of the pleasant. From every generation. They come from Spain and South America, every so often from Europe, typically from the excellent soccer countries of France, England, Italy, and Germany. City and specifically PSG are emulating Real and need a chunk of that glamour. In a decade they've now no longer been capable of seize up. They are nevertheless copies, and Real, although they neglected out on Kylian Mbappé, continue to be the original. Liverpool constitute a distinctive path. The decisive elements in their soccer are physicality, speed, a head power in nearly all positions. That's how maximum groups need to play. In the very last of the Europa League, Eintracht Frankfurt defeated Rangers in a passionate battle. But nobody comes near Liverpool's excellence. The fashion of the time is tailored for the port and working elegance City. There, in 7 years, A team spirit has advanced among Jurgen Klopp and his gamers. He succeeds in shifting Liverpool's underdog mentality directly to the pitch and drawing electricity. From the air of secrecy of the ancient membership dramas round Hazel and Hillsborough. Like all excellent groups, Liverpool have advanced an identity that is taking them to their 0.33 very last in 5 years. Barcelona became greater than a membership, Bayern became Mia San Mia, and at Liverpool Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Sadio Mane by no means stroll alone. You'll by no means stroll alone. The crew is larger than the individual. Philippe Coutinho, as soon as Liverpool's pleasant, didn't realize that. He did not make it at Barcelona and Bayern, and now performs for Aston Villa. Mohamed Salah, on the alternative hand, had become a celebrity in Liverpool's community. As a 12 to 12 months old, he traveled 4 hours each day via way of means of bus to schooling in Egypt. These days he's with inside the corridor of fame. This ambition, this greed to claim himself, characterizes Liverpool. The comparison with Real and Benzema ought to infrequently be greater. That's why I'm extraordinarily searching ahead to this recreation. Of course, you can't revel in soccer lightheartedly, you can't forget about the battle. It has repercussions for the humans of Europe, specifically Ukraine. In the institution stage, Real Madrid misplaced it domestic to Sheriff Tiraspol, a membership from Transnistria. Their instruct, Yuri Vernidub, left the crew simply earlier than the Europa League in shape at Braga on 24th of February to guard his domestic country, Ukraine. A few months in the past he received on the Bernabeu. Now he's combating together along with his compatriots at the front line with a gun in his hand. A soccer tale from the 12 months 2022.